Studio's a mess, but that's future John's problem. A couple things I want to talk about here. So I got some bucket paint the other day, and it is this teal, this light teal, not the dark one. This dark one is dry. This light one is not. Now I was warned against buying this bucket paint without, I mean, look at this. Look at that beauty. This tint. But I was warned by the person to not buy it, or at least make sure I buy B. Where's the thing that says A? Oh yeah, macro epoxy part A. So there's a part B that you need in order to seal it and actually have it dry. So this is still tacky after like 3 or 4 days. We're gonna get back to this, but I'm working on this. I think this is gorgeous, and I like the way, I like how it turned out so far. But I need it to dry before I can move on, which I've got a solution to possibly, but I'll talk about that in a bit. So, yeah, I wanted to experiment with it. Part B. So this stuff is for it's like industrial grade stuff that you could put on like cement or whatever else. Or the outdoors. He talked about like a horse trailer or whatever, just like that. Yeah, but part B is what you need for it to actually seal and dry properly. Otherwise, it'll take forever, and that might take a long time. But I have something that I want to try, which is a heat gun. Now it kind of links because I was just thinking about it. I purchased this drill today because I want to continue working on these necklaces that you see here. I need to go back to all these old ones and drill holes in properly, because I was using such a horrible method. You can see how jaggedy, well, I hope you can see how jaggedy that hole is, and sometimes the necklace gets caught. That one is good. But this one, like, it can kind of get caught, and it doesn't sway the way that you'd necessarily want it to, like this. Like it should be able to do this. And this is a very smooth hole. But I was lighting a candle, not lighting a needle on fire, warming up a needle, melting the plastic, having to make the hole big enough. It took a long time to do, and it just was a jaggedy hole. So then I was like, I wanted to get a drill for this for a while, and today I bought a drill and some drill bits, and this ketchup, don't worry about that, and that's from lunch. So, and I've been playing around with the different sizes and how to do it. I would still need to make a pilot hole with the needle, but that'll be so quick, and then I can just drill through that, and I'll just get like a really smooth hole. But I need to change my whole process of when I put a finish on it. I'm going to use clear semi-gloss, I think is what I'm going to use. I think I'm going to drill the hole, put this on, then put the gloss finish on after this is on there, because I want it to, like that dry paint, I don't want it to chip, and if I drill the hole after I do all that, it might chip, which is what's happened with some of these actually, because I have to re-drill the hole so that it's smooth, because I don't want to send them out this way. And people have bought them. Someone in Switzerland bought 6, and I wish that I figured this out before, but I'm doing all this experimenting and research and trial and error and everything that I hate doing, like research in this way. But I'm doing all that now so that I don't send any more out that get caught on the chain, where the pendant gets caught on the chain and doesn't move around freely. So all future ones will be good. But I've got like 50 of them to like fix. So I've been working on that a little bit today. But that made me think of just like, oh, also this got caught in the curtain, like right after I was working with the drill. I don't know if you can see where. I don't know where exactly. But the curtain was like stuck on it, and I was like, what? And then, yeah, it got caught there, and there's some weird texture because it's not dry. And I was like, you know what? A heat gun. I need to look into how expensive a heat gun is and go get that. And I'm going to end up with just a bunch of stuff. And like, again, I've only got so much space in here. I need to maybe figure some things out with all this paper, like I never use this paper, but I don't want to throw it out because I will use some of it. But I've already cleared a lot of space out, and thank goodness I've been able to keep some stuff downstairs. But yeah, I've got some work to do with. Hopefully heat guns aren't crazy expensive. But then I was thinking like, oh, I could also just dry my paintings so much faster if I wanted to, so that I could put a finish on them, and then I could maybe use a heat gun to help that finish dry quicker too, so I don't get these wait times afterwards. And hopefully it'll work on something like that. So anyway, this is just what I've been doing in the studio lately. It's a mess. I got our boy here. Pink Guy, Filthy Frank, Joji, George Miller. That's done. This thing I haven't touched for a couple of weeks, but I'm happy with what's going on so far, and just doing some different stuff. Anyway, that's that. That's studio times right now. I got a lot of work to do. Ugh, I'm getting anxious now because I also have these classes to get ready for the next 6 weeks. I gotta teach some evening classes and afternoon classes after work, and I need to prep for that some more. So, well, I didn't work today, so I hung out with the puppy. I grabbed her, and we went to King of Trade because she's allowed in there. I called ahead of time and found some DVDs that I needed, and I came here and finished doing some drilling. Yeah, all the spray paint tip necklaces now have been fixed so that the hole is an appropriate size and it's smooth and the chain can go through and doesn't get stuck. So I did all of those. The paint tube necklaces too, but there's a bunch everywhere. There's all these here and here and over here. And now I can work on new ones because yeah, I've got these. I kind of pared them down a little bit from what I had and threw a bunch out. And yeah, now I can work on those. And I have a whole bunch of paint tubes too. And some of them are big and some of them are small. But those are there as well. So I'm going to take the puppy for a walk. And that's going to be it. And then I actually, this week, I go into teaching like 3 classes by myself. So I was doing this ELL class as an assistant, and now I'm taking over that class and doing 2 others on top of it. So it's going to be a busy 6 weeks doing these 3 classes a week on top of subbing. But that's what you got to do. So that's what I'm going to do. So I parked here. Wren and I were going to walk over here. We started to walk over here. And very quickly, we had to turn around because we saw a big-ass snake. I don't know what kind of snake it is. I'm not a snekologist or what are they actually called? I don't remember now. A proctologist, that's probably the one. No, I can't remember. My sister would know. She wanted to be one and deal with amphibians and frogs and junk like that. I just can't remember the name. Anyway, Ren's really bad at also just like not bad. She's great at sniffing out holes. Like she wants to explore what's in this hole. It smells like something cool. Anyway, in the past, we've walked here a couple times, but we go up there towards Lost Souls Ultra and that trail. And sometimes just on the coulees there, headed towards the nature center, and like on leash, but still. Where did we get to? Like I think we got right to the hairpin there, to the switchback, and then we had to turn around because it was just like, yeah, I'll show you. This might be dumb. I've probably done stupider things, but like going back towards where I just saw a snake like 15 minutes ago, I doubt it's still like right in the same area. It's not sunny, so it's not basking. And now I'm paranoid. It was so big because we got to like here and we were about to turn because I remember that she wanted to go up straight. See like that hole right there? But she wanted to go up straight and I was turning her, and as I turned her, it was like we didn't get like this far. Like I was like, oh crap, we gotta go. We went this way because like one of the posts there was just like this big snake. Like it just was going up. Oh man. Yeah, I think it's under there somewhere, but that's where it went. And I didn't see the head of it, but it was long and it was thick. It was a big boy, and I don't know. It was not a good time. We don't need another snake bite, no matter what kind of snake, venomous or not. Like if we could just avoid getting bit by snakes, that'd be tight. Yeah. So now this place, I feel like it's not even sunny. I wonder if it's a place right there. It's like not sunny, and snakes are out more when it's sunny, so they can bask and get like be attracted to the sun and the heat. But it's like overcast and it was like spitting rain, and so I don't know if it just wanted to go back home for protection, probably. But I just feel like, man, like this is like well traveled. You know, she's not off leash. But this is like just like I don't want to come here again. Like I don't know. That's just two snake incidents in like 2 weeks with the dog. One of them almost fatal, and the other one just lucky that I saw it before she got close. But the snake was like, it wasn't in a rush to like run away. So something Rebecca and I talked about is actually putting bear bells on her, because someone on Reddit suggested that when I was trying to like get a better understanding of the snake scene around dog parks and things like that. So they were like, oh yeah, the guard dog, super high energy, loves to be off leash, put bear bells on the dogs. And that, you know, snakes don't want the confrontation either, and they're mostly just startled, but if they can hear you coming, then maybe that'll help. I don't know what the snake's ears situations are though. I thought it was more a vibration thing, so I don't know. I'm just glad I saw that in time. I think I'll try to remember to insert my snap footage here. It's just crappy footage, but that's the only thing I had at the moment. No more adventure pup. No more adventure pup. Oh my goodness, we've been out of the car 2 minutes. We've been out of the car 2 minutes, and we're going back. We are going back. No more snake bites, thank you very much. Adventure pup time is done. Well, I got 30 of these done today. They have holes drilled in them, appropriate sizes for different types of chain that I have, and they have names. They all have names, there's 30 of them, and I have put the first layer of finish on, which now I'm doing this with a brush to help like seal the paint so that nothing chips off. And then they all need a glossy spray finish, and I'll have to do that another day. But that's what I got done today, and I'm pretty happy with that. Well, I had a very, 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 very busy day yesterday, which was Thursday. Usually I wrap these up on Thursday. But anyway, wrapping up the vlog. Yeah, that was my first day of... this is my first week of having all these 3... like extra teaching sessions that I'm doing. 2 of them are for English language learners, and 1 is about digital literacy or digital skills, and it's been bananas. The Thursday I subbed a full day, and then I went and did 2 of these classes back to back, so it was crazy busy, and I'm very tired. And it was good though. I'm trying to get things together for more of a just updating my resume game with references and stuff and letters and just I'm working on that. so that this year I can be in a better position to get a job that I want. So we'll see what happens there. But what else? Oh my goodness. I had a whole bunch of reviews and a conversation this past week, and I don't remember if I'm going to remember on my own what I talked about. So, yeah, for this past week, other than the vlog, I had a conversation on feelings first and what that means, and like, rather than problem solving right away, I need to get into like acknowledging feelings first. And then I did reviews on 4 different things. Good Time, the movie, which is fantastic, very suspenseful, pretty cool. All the Pretty Horses, the book, which I read a while ago, like a couple years ago, and I finally did a review on that. Perks of Being a Wallflower, I did a review on the book and the movie, because the movie is directed by the author of the book, and it is very, very, very true to the book. They're both really good. I really, really enjoy the movie. And then I did a review on a book that I just finished reading, On Writing, a memoir of the craft by Stephen King. So I'm actually finally all caught up. I'm pretty sure I'm caught up with every review, like old review. Because for a while I went back and I was like, these are books that I should have done reviews about. Why didn't I do them like a year ago or 2 years ago? And then I started doing a bunch of those, and I'm finally I'm caught up. I'm good. Like, the only books that I've read that I want to review that I'm not going to review right now are ones that I plan on reading again. Because there are some books that I'm like, I never did a review on Brave New World. I plan on reading that again. Or I did a review about dystopian literature in general. I'm like, so that kind of covered like 1984 and The Chrysalids and a little bit of Brave New World. But I don't know if I'll read 1984 again. But I will read Brave New World again because there's a second part to it that I didn't realize, and I'll read that. And then The Chrysalids, I'll probably read that again too. It's pretty darn good and pretty short. Yeah, so there are some books that I read a while ago, but I want to read them again, so I'll review them when they're fresh for me. Because there's a lot of movies too that like, it doesn't seem like I'm reaching back into like 5 years ago when I first watched it to review, because like I've seen it multiple times, then I wait until I see it again and be like, hey, now I'll review it. But there is a funny thing, speaking about reviews, it didn't click with me. Like, I'm hoping those reviews get better and better. I know they're getting shorter and a little more concise because I've created like a sheet that is a guide for me of like how to organize my thoughts on reviews better and streamline things a little more, and I'm still tweaking that. But also, I realized the other day, I don't really talk about much of my feelings or my emotions when I'm talking about reviewing stuff. Like, why am I not talking about all the emotions I felt during that movie or reading that book? For some reason, it's just much more factual and straightforward in discussing, you should read this book because if you're into this, and this, and this, then I think it'd be for you. And they did a really good job of this, but it's not about my emotions reading it. I'm like, why? I have those big emotions and those feelings and whatever, but I don't discuss them. So I need to start doing that, because that would make me want to read or not read something. And I'm only talking about like more structural qualities sometimes rather than like my emotions and how I felt. So anyway, with that, that is the end of the vlog for this week, and we will see you on another time.